Today is the 2nd of July 2026, now the second day inside the month of July. We're now the seventh month inside the year 2026. A pleasant morning to viewers they out there. You want themselves for the watch we out of Leone. We want for telling a good morning. We hope so now all they get a fine time. And inside this July, we hope for see the second half be a successful one for all of us. That's how we go welcome you to another edition of Tea Time, the program where they come from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. in the morning to 10 a.m. Today is an interesting day for us. We get one of the leading partners for the Tea Time show and we sponsors for Tea Time show. And then at the studio with we for can talk a lot of things then we they don't undertake within this short while the development in the way happen inside the bank. But notwithstanding that, we'll let the person introduce himself for himself. So, tea time, they with me for the next 1 hour. Remember, so you can get me live on the Facebook page and also with TikTok account, with our Women's Voice Online TV. You self can be part of this program by sending your messages during the program and go to the comment section and type your message. Any question you want for ask, we sponsor today. They have for answer you. Clarification, you go clarify. So we already bring the program come to you this morning. My name is Femi Kokan.
And me na Patricia Kabia.
So we want to go directly to we guests and now we only guests because they are the sponsors. Despite when a man they lead this bank, but I tell you, say go kill commercial. I don't want. I don't want.
You don't call me name, so for just.
I don't give the leakage now. So despite the leadership of Okel Commercial Bank, na a man, but you see wetin we dey do now, they decide for sponsor this show. So we want to say kudos to the MD and the entire management of Okel Commercial Bank. Inside the studio with me, we get a fine gentleman. We're going to introduce yourself. So good morning and welcome to Tea Time. So Fambulengo wa know wetin na your name. Okay, the bank of your choice, right? So welcome again. So today, let we want to look at Okel Commercial Bank. Over the years, we don't see a lot of things that don't happen. And these are the very first day we dey get you in the studio, a representative, and not only a representative, the head of the public relation department from the Okel Commercial Bank. There is a lot going on. And for putting on the recent una dey Cambia, the visibility in Afriton, not for talk. You know, say when you dey talk about your sponsor, today's interview is specially designed for Okel Bank. And you get for increase there. They say you cannot buy the finger that fits. You know, to say they say Patricia. So today we get the time for let tell you. So take me through the development process now, Okel Commercial Bank.
Thank you once more. Of course, Local Commercial Bank is a country. The bank we don't exist now for over 26 years now. So basically, I mean, over the years, we don't get significant progress and development. You know, so anytime we can make mention of progress and development, we can quickly look for reflect on certain things. Then we know key parameters. Them we don't make. I mean, the bank self don't develop over the years, over the recent past years. I mean, I go quickly look for take on to with financial statement and financial position, because this time they tell experts them and technocrats them as to how the bank or any other financial institution they grow or they progress. You know, basically, if I look at we assets, you know, we'll look at the asset growth CSF now the bank, you will see, you know, we assets move from 2.9 billion to 3.3 billion. Okay. You know, especially we look in current terms, more especially with this in new loans. I mean, this is not significant growth that one day. We'll look at the prior year, the year 2024 to 2025, now significant growth that one day. Apart from that one, they say again, I mean, we also make some significant strides in the area of the the minimum paid up share capital of the bank. Because now one of the greatest pointers that one they say we IMF use for consider local commercial bank for be the strongest commercial bank in Sierra Leone, or one of the strongest commercial banks in Sierra Leone. If you look at with minimum paid up capital, as at the prior year, it go way above 270 million. We now like the old notes, we can say it go way above 270 billion. Interestingly, if I reflect on that one day, I still remember 2024, we central bank being put a regulation that all commercial banks that the country therefore maintain the minimum paid up capital for over a 3-year period for make they able achieve the 270 million, 70 million threshold, then say therefore achieve them inside 3-year term. Then look and see inside 2025, all commercial banks in Sierra Leone for don't at least able achieve 122 million. Then by 2026, then for not able achieve 196 million. And by 2027, all commercial banks for not able achieve the 270 million threshold.
Okay,
the same.
So within
3 years' time, it's
so
like the target and then the 2026 for able to achieve 122 million. 2025 for able to achieve 122. So basically, what we do safe inside 2025 now. What we for achieve inside 3 years, we be don't achieve inside 1 year term.
Yeah.
You understand? So by 2025, say we're able to achieve well over 270. So we be don't place we at the safer side, long term.
So now beat the 3 years man.
My years.
Yeah. So what that's
some other people in the struggles.
Despite all, we not go release all the strategy they will use because Salo good for copy.
Yes.
So just tell me the surface of
well, basically, a key driver behind the success of all this it lies behind one concept we refer to as responsible leadership.
Okay.
If we dive into the concept and the understanding or meaning of responsible leadership, it simply means that you get to take cognizance of all stakeholders of the bank. Some other institutions, they can place some preference on certain key stakeholders of the bank, they left others. When you talk about responsible leadership, you therefore consider the shareholders, you consider the employees, you consider the people necessarily they contribute for make the business on. You therefore look at third-party contractors, you look at the communities. But interestingly, you therefore look at other stakeholders necessarily people can say, okay, there's stakeholders here. Some people can look they're not too important, but they're important in society. Okay. We get people themselves who they live in the communities. Now make them back on corporate social responsibilities as well. You see, some of them things here now they bring and attract a lot of customers to the bank. If you look at the environment to how they operate, I just give you an instance. If you remember, recently we've been doing tree planting anniversary at Petful Mashaka. Also how they plant trees then. See the environmental factors there, it gets something for do with so many international organizations. You see, by having a tree planting site, as I look against the wall where they see now, so I see when I get SDG 1 to 17. SDG 13, where they talk about the urgent need for combat climate change. SDG 13, that a very much important in society because of global warming and degradation and depletion of land. We don't see the burning of charcoals. All them here get some negative effect on the longevity of human beings. So basically, local commercial bank, apart from looking at the wealth of shareholders, we can look into all the other areas that are very much important for responsible leadership. So we accumulate all the factors here, a key driver for the success of the bank. So instead they add value to the customer base, because this attract customers and quality customers and corporate customers for letting themselves be part of local commercial bank. These are some of the key factors then. You see, then, when you look at the progress and development, you see, inside the past 12 months, local commercial bank don't open about 3 branches, and all this day in line with, one fine document of government where we can see the National Strategy for Financial Inclusion, because you get 3 priority intervention there, and one of the greatest one now for ensuring we provide the appropriate services, for people and stuff who live in Sierra Leone. At the same time, we provide the digital services, and then we provide what we call, education or financial literacy for people that make them understand exactly the importance of banking in society. So all NT associate very, very fine for we. Notwithstanding, when it comes to progress and development, a lot they for talk about the bank. I just reflect on the digital space now, because now we cannot operate as a bank without having the appropriate robust system to work with, more especially when everything is being digitalized now. Everybody want for using phone now for do banking at your comfort. Now we recently get again a cyber security consultant. We would work with closely for ensure say anything we get potential risk for the cyberspace, we identify them. We find a way for proof a solution as best as possible and follow with it on top of we game now the competitive space. So all them things are things that we add value. When you look at the profit margin of the bank, because if you run a business, definitely you get for think of getting or making profits, because now the primary thing that one day we get profits, now they will pay shareholders. That's a very good thing that one day we don't achieve over the years. In fact, and don't make we will pay shareholders for the past 2-3 years. You see some other institutions in the struggle for pay shareholders. So local commercial bank within at a very fine footing. We over the years we don't make significant amount of profit. I just reflect on profitability. I can still remember, like in 2017, we local commercial bank be only able to make like a 1 million profit. At that time, previously we used to call it 1 billion. Then if we reflect now on the 2023, 2024, the bank will talk of 190. That's a significant progress nowadays for the bank. Now it make get a robust system. Then the other thing again, we actually contribute immensely towards success. Now with human capital development. We ensure say we try to get quality staff. And apart from quality, we don't forget competent staff. You see, then notwithstanding, we get management they uplift for push. For push people for make them try for be well equipped in terms of education and keep themselves abreast with what is happening in the 21st century that are very much important for modern days banking. So all the factors there are factors that are really good for we own progress and development. And I believe they contribute immensely. As success stories, or critical success factors for the development of the bank.
Okay. As you be the church on something that we on implement for CCA on a customer the smooth transaction services. Let me talk about the products and services that we on the give on a customer what the bank they provide.
So basically, we get with traditional products and services, we still maintain them. We get the normal savings account we can normally get for people and who want for save. Okay. We get a normal current account for people and who they work, but they want to get access to checkbook. So we give them that facility. We get loan facilities again for people and who be employed within then different ministries. Then somehow in a teacher, and a doctor, and a nurse, a police, then the military force. We get loan for all the categories of people in there. We even get a separate unit, the SME unit, for provide lending services for people and we can find it difficult to approach the bank, particularly those that are considered to be the grassroots. We get some people in the marketplace, sometimes they can find it difficult for kind of bank. We get a whole team of experts where we put one area where we can call the SME. Then one of the targets them people and the bike riders to see how best we can get loan and facilities, give them loan facilities. But notwithstanding, in modern times now we don't see because of the competition, the digital process now we actually don't take place. So we don't digitize we own system, some time back. And now so many customers they enjoy the digitalization, process now. We don't move ahead now. Yeah. So basically, you see, we get when it comes to the digital space now, we get not to one product, we get series of products in CSF now. Thinking of the mobile app where local commercial bank gets, local commercial bank, SIM couple app, are one of the finest apps, now West Africa and Africa as a whole, because it competes with other apps, globally. Notwithstanding, somebody will be able to get access to this app, to Google Play Store, then you can download and you can complete the process now any of the nearest branches. If somebody don't get this app, you can link this app now, the bank will help them for link the app to a phone, more especially link again to your account, so that somebody go there at your convenience. You want to pay somebody where they up country, once you get a local commercial bank account, you can transfer money for them. You want to pay somebody back in your way in another bank, you can still transfer money for them from comfort of his own. At the same time, if you want for even send money for somebody for the up country, the upline, but this person not get account number at all, we dey raise them, they raise what to call e-couple. They can send them to the person telephone number. The person can go to the nearest points of local commercial bank, agency point, or any branch. You can go access them already. All the will make them for the customers enjoy banking in a seamless manner. You know, so apart from the mobile app, because inside the mobile app you get a lot of facilities there as well. Because me say one of the greatest one where I enjoy it, you know, it's because sometimes if we light can just go, you know, I can just grab middle net, I buy them, you know, within inside 1 minute I go, I just fix them and install them, bam, lights come back again. I just remember in the past you get for worry that whole of the night, you get for the sweat with your family, you know, the light, so you go struggle. See, then sometimes the next day you go make a queue again, forget the light, you run the cam, have more transport to the bond. So now we don't make them very simple. Again, I also like that. You know, even people themselves get opportunity with customers and get opportunity for even pay, you know, water rate as well. You know, notwithstanding airport tax. You know, people can pay safe again through the mobile app. You know, so notwithstanding, if you look again, people can get opportunity for even transfer money and make bulk payments. I mean, like way on account opening just now process go down. Yeah. Madam says if we the boss, yeah, it go in a phone now, it pay on all salary inside, so you know, all the one day without you not going to bank. We get all them bulk payments in. So now I make anything way without if you want, I can just link them to the appropriate department, then the departmental agents can come and guide you through the whole process. You know, so when you look the same couple and are just one, we get other ones if we now with card services. We get different types of cards. You know, basically some other banks and they talk about 1 card, 2 card, but we get 3 different types of cards. You know, we get we local, we get we local card. You know, that local card they use for make withdrawals locally. And that one day, we make we get local card because we want to give opportunity to all Sierra Leoneans for letting them get them for free. Anybody open account, you can get them for free. You know, so once you don't put in for them, you can get them for free, no cost. We get the prepaid card as well. But one of the greatest advantages of having the prepaid card is that when you get a prepaid card, you go use them for make payment online. You use them for make payments internationally. You use the prepaid card for make withdrawals from local commercial bank ATMs. You use the prepaid card again for make withdrawals from other banks ATMs. You see, we make them very much advantageous and I make with a top notch. You know, you get a prepaid card. One of the greatest advantages of prepaid card now that you can stock out money where you want to do transaction. Because of them fraud activities within now, so some man will prefer say, okay, let's get the prepaid card rather than getting the Visa card. With the prepaid card, I stock them, I buy online, I make all my payments, then from there we go empty. Fraudster no go target me. You know, now one of the reasons that. You know, but apart from that one, they go Visa card safe again. You know, the Visa card instead gets all the functions where the prepaid card gets. You see, just that in the link come to the account where you get. So that you want to do a transaction, no need for go load your card again. You can just then now you do transaction where they come out from you account through the prepaid card, through the Visa card. I mean, instead if you use them for shop online, make payments, make transfers, you know, all them things that they're very very good for the card system. You see, even Mrs. F the 10 SSF where I go, the tell where I've been in Namibia. Now my prepaid card I use. Now from the airport to go to the hotel. I use my prepaid card throughout. I use my prepaid card, I use my Visa card, I use the one too. They all just work seamlessly. You know, so
another question again, normally the customer can ask. Like if you get dollar account for instance, then you get pounds account, you go UK, then you go America, then you want for buy something, maybe a pounds account you get in a salon. Don't you it possible for let you withdraw them from outside?
Okay, now make them very simple now. Now, most of the customers and say they get them prepaid or Visa card and Leone's then they put in that account there. So then Leone's account, just like you open Leone's account as Sierra Leone. When you open Leone's account, you put 10, 20, 30 or 40,000 there. Now we take the same prepaid card we put Leone's. Any country where you go, at the currency of that country they now dispense. Then you go for withdrawal at the ATM, that same currency of that country. So you left here, you go now Ghana, you get CD. You don't say you go Nigeria, you get the Naira.
So even if
you go England, you get pounds. Electing and Leone's you put
Naira.
No, electing and Leone's you put Naira.
Okay, so what about you get a foreign account?
Now the same thing back again. If you get the prepaid card in foreign back again, any country we go now, that currency of that country now you get.
Okay.
You don't see him. Just that.
So for business, is it possible like when we get business so now that open a pounds account, I go UK, I able access that?
Yes, it's possible.
Okay.
And so it's in a pounds. In fact, a UK in a pounds you get.
No,
Just
it
that
doesn't matter if na business or individual.
Yes. So let we say if na America you go now. If na business you get. If na business how they call it?
Account.
Something na pounds you be open.
Yes.
We got series of wisdom, but when you go America, na dollar you need for dispense.
Yeah.
You don't see, eh?
Yes.
So na dollar you go withdraw more.
Okay.
Even though na pounds account, but you gonna dollar you go withdraw.
Okay.
You know, say it left to the country where they go. Pass otherwise, sometimes it's okay. You don't open pounds account now. You want for take dollar. You say it's possible now through the banks. Yeah,
Okay.
it's possible through the banks. Yeah.
So we go have to let you tell me about the rural communities. How Local Commercial Bank they offer service to then different communities there. Of course, I know of one recently we do na Cambia. Tell me about the others.
Okay. So basically, I still reflect on the opening of Clienttown branch as well. Now one of the communities SSFO they know they call for too long for make Local Commercial Bank getting presence day. Apart from there, we think of Waterloo. Waterloo is not in a big place that one day over the years and on the yarn and on the call for Lego Commercial Bank gets them presence day. So we say listen to the voice of the people that make we go we establish the. You see we talk about the community again, you see we CSR, you see corporate social responsibility, you see what thing we do again Petful Mashaka recently on the 24th of May. We'll get the 7th anniversary of a tree planting project, na Mashaka Pitful. So we involve community elders, we involve chiefs, we involve, stakeholders, and we come from government cycle, they're all the part of the program. We involve other people and say we're not experts, just like I tell you about SDG 13 and SDG 15, urgent need for combat climate change. You talk about, terrestrial, going against degradation of land and everything. So we ensure we push them programs here so for make communities SSF belong. You say notwithstanding, I still remember again on the 8th of March, this 2026, part of the CSR being take a strategic move to the correctional center. Also we've been carrying some condiments, we carry some food stuff and some other items SSF, sanitary parts and the like. For ensure we self promote, the female inmates them and for encourage them as well because this is like human beings in the society. This all a part of a CSI drive. For ensure we leave no one behind. Because all the things we look at again, it just today I go look for, and I know tell you like we are look the inscription against the wall so so I like we assume I talk about SDG from 1 to 17 because all this they guide towards the achievement of SDG 1 for alleviate poverty by 2030. You see, but all the same, we all get roles for playing. I make think you say all hands on deck.
Yeah.
Anybody who say you did, you get for do your best in society. For ensure say you contribute immensely towards national development. You did do your own, me say for do me own. And we all come together and help for push Sierra Leone. You see, so now make we get a lot of activities so we push communities and for make themselves feel belong. Like that.
Okay. When I get plan for provide any service to hard to reach areas or communities them?
Yes. Okay. Right now, we provide some services to hard to reach communities because we as a bank, one of our primary intention of ensure we increase the number of people with the bank in the country and we reduce that gap of the unbanked population. Because studies don't tell we say the number of the unbanked population at the country is about 70%. The one that we actually get access to financial services is about 30%. So we as a bank we get a role for play. Now if you look the central bank they say the push Bank of Sierra Leone they push extremely hard for financial inclusion. So we say the total line. We ensure we do for complement government effort and support and also adhere and be compliant to within the central bank wants. So now make we say the push. They have to reach terrains and we can ensure we try for even support people and self way they into them areas and they have to reach terrains them. Then in terms of financial inclusion, we make sure now we get this e-copper who gets now. That if people want for send money to people within our remote communities, then can send them. even though the people are not get bank account. We can pass that one day through them telephone numbers. They at the same time we get community reach programs in SSF again. Me where they also where they head the public relations, communications and protocols unit. We, from time to time we can get engagement, who they talk all the districts of this country. For ensure say we continue for we engage people and they have to reach things. Because we are all this so not to all man within then up country places they listen or get way from this point.
Yeah.
So we can go now they engage, like we go Kabbalah, so they engage people through the radio stations where they Kabbalah, go Bo, at the same thing we do, Kono, Kenema, Kailahu, all those places where they visit temples in every year, sometimes twice a year. Most times, over the past year, we visited twice a year. And until they continue for do, for let people know what we do, for let people take banking business serious, make them know the importance of banking, and let themselves belong and make them be part of the whole banking process of the country. Just that, yes, sometimes you can find them difficult or get some challenge because so many people still not believe in banking. So man can prefer for keeping money. They don't mind. So some man can date with them money, then they save. So they damage it. So they bury the money, they damage. So they post the bond. So all the risk then they make yourself can go around and encourage people to make them be part, and parcel of the whole process.
Okay. Of course, there are woman television. We will not ask you anything relating to woman.
Oh yes.
So in all of this, how the bank they make sure say we support woman entrepreneurs, them youth and that of people that we get small businesses.
Well, I make two things. One, of course, one of the support we they give very constant. People are not to say over the years. If we get a separate program so every March for good correctional center, we say for feed the inmates to provide things for them, that the female inmates. And one way down there they show concern and closeness to the female community. Apart from that, having the SME, we look at the SME, all the loan we the SME don't give to date. You see say 70%, 70 to 75% of the loans they wouldn't give that's a woman. Even the women of the army women, the police women, women of Kobe, you see a lot of women are not benefit now the SME past the man. We look the ratio now between 70 to 30%, women as against men. So that they show how the closer to women them and we're ready for support women and safe for this country, Then apart from that, we very much concerned, looking at the Gender Equality and Women Empowerment Act.
Yeah.
Again, you see there is a special provision for the 30% quota. But Yusuf can attest to the fact that we go now, we bank branches there now, you look at the branch, go check at Stephen Street. You see, in fact, all the front line, now woman and dominate over the past 5 years, not to say even be. You see, so all this now we for take cognizance of woman presence, and in these modern times, notwithstanding, for me, local commercial bank there as a bank. Now, under Dr. Gilpin in leadership, now don't get woman as a director inside the management team of the bank.
Wow.
The first female director, and he's still there at the bank. You know what I mean? So this they tell you how we concern. Well, this again, in fact, it gets some reflection to that what I've been telling you about who at the top bottom, which are the primary driver for the success of the bank when a responsible leadership. Because in the 21st century, we talk about responsible leadership, you therefore get concern for women inclusivity, especially when you look for 30%. So if you're able to achieve the 30, but at least go closer to 30. But local commercial bank, holistically, we look the women employment, inside the bank, they're above 30%. When they say so, they're safe. Yeah, even the strides, we talk about strides. I just reflect on the financial statement back again, or the regulatory requirements. If you look central bank with the regulatory, then get certain parameters when you can set. It's okay. This now you for achieve. This now you for achieve. This now you for achieve. And you give example of now we just say the loan to deposit ratio. You get a maximum of 80%. They say this you not for exceed 80% of the loan to deposit ratio. If you look at local commercial bank operations now, we keep them at a low level of 30%. We make a safe for we, and they show how compliant we be in a society. See? So apart from that, if you look at the NPL, the non-performing loan, they say, okay, this enough for past 10%. Because if you NPL they high, they should say you lending they high in the society. And probably if we not exercise appropriate caution for lend out, we will not be able to collect. And we will not able to collect that will tell on the bank adversely. And we tell on the bank adversely will make we not be able to survive. In fact, I don't think it can lead to a lot of things and we then liquidation or bankruptcy. You see, so now make we can be very much compliant. When they say okay, now maintain NPL of 10%, we keep them low below 10%. You don't see them. Even if you look the local liquid ratio, the local liquid asset, the LLA, they say okay, this the maximum, they say okay, this is the minimum enough for go below 60%. We as a bank, we ensure say enough for go below 60. We maintain them higher than within the regulatory want. You see, and the LLA will maintain them at 70%. So all them things here, and I make you see where IMF said they can check the books of financial institutions, including banks. And see, local commercial bank is doing extremely great. You know what I'm saying? And we are very much compliant.
So that they make a standard among all
among
other commercial banks.
Yes. So now one of the reasons that we make you see we're on top of the situation, and we ensure we get appropriate, competent staff. Then we embark on rigorous training. As recent as Saturday the 24th, June, we even get a joint training with the Union Trust Bank. We also get representatives from all the branches of Union Trust Bank hosting their Secretary Street to get a rigorous training for handling of POS, point of sale. We in fact we don't get a cost deployment. Some staff within the UTB send them come and some other parts of local commercial bank. Because holistically now, we look at the two banks now as one. So that for the customer they feel comfortable and convenient, whether they can get Visa card at Union Trust Bank, you can cost come to hotel now. With them cards and they able access.
That means so una maintain the staff then?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We maintain the staff then,
Okay.
So because you don't count Union Trust Bank, so now we want follow it through light on the whole process. Follow local bank and Union Trust match together. So take me through the process. Waiting they happen, and how the transition don't take place now.
Okay, thank you so much once more. Of course, if you look at the Bank of Sierra Leone at the central bank, we get one common name, although they get different names, but one common name, we call them the Bankers Bank. Bankers Bank. Now then they for oversee the activities of all commercial banks and financial institutions in Sierra Leone. So some time back inside December, they may use one mandate inside the Banking Act. We now section 69, subsection 5, 1C. And they use them, you understand? And then they use again the Bank of Sierra Leone Act. Specifically that one day they talk about resolution. If you look at if we now reflect, or people can reflect on the Banking Act of Sierra Leone, section 68, stay down to section 73. And they talk about the resolution, liquidation, merger, all that stuff. So basically, they use specifically 69, understand, for make them execute, more especially if they don't see the signs that probably a bank not they perform to expectation. So they therefore mandate the local commercial bank based on the performance of the bank for we buy over. So basically, the acquisition process don't already take place.
Yeah, so for them choose then see they do
extremely well, check the books and everything. So the actual acquisition process don't take place. It formally take place on the 16th of June. But the transition now, the integration, and as bit by bit it take place. We're going to integrate the whole process on a phase basis. So if you look at the past Saturday, as I mentioned, where we will get this training for the think of POS. You see, cost deployments don't begin take place now. So they get some staff, they go, that they used to be branches, then they come over. You see, we want to get a seamless integration whereby customers will feel very much confident. And number two, we want to let people themselves for the bank, both private, corporate, and all types of customers, clients, and even contractors. So everybody just feel confident. We deal with UTB. That's a local commercial bank now in don't come now. For this, the Master Sabi Bank, the big bank in the society. So we and for also tell customers that we be done the bank with UTB for let them feel confidence that the money is all safe. So now they go through the integration process in a very systematic and chronological manner. And that phase is now we not to say now boom, like step by step. The whole process, yes. But we don't really on now.
Okay, so we therefore see all the UTB name they get for change and the different banks.
Exactly.
So bank. So that process will not take place it.
No,
So
yes.
now look at the staff of UTB where everybody concerned about. So basically all the staffs dem wey dey work una no go able for take all. Why una no dey take all?
Well, okay. I just look am from a professional angle. You know, you yourself you look am from a very sincere way. Now you look am so, and that's very true of life.
Yeah.
I mean, not say for UTB safe. Not say if two companies one they buy another. You know, long. I dey give you the pointers that we go make. You know, say not to 100% ownership or set of then therefore incorporate all the staff to 100%. Some staff then they sometimes we left 1 or 2 years. Sometimes get yes, say 1 or 2 years for later, and some then will get something health issues.
Some go dey self say I no dey go.
Plenty voluntarily you see me not they continue self again. Can get 10 cases then. Then sometimes then someone left 1 2 years. Sometimes performance not they up to expectation. You see now and then they again other issues. Then one thing they again we will get we top-notch something, we get criteria we set, you know, inside the bank, especially in terms of employment and everything. And so they for look into probably people themselves, them qualifications, all those kind of things, you know. Then notwithstanding, you know, they for look at the performance, because performance is one thing we they drive growth of financial institution. So now I make in the onset, you will see no staff they're not sitting in the left out. Everybody first the part of the system. As time they progress, the bank management they will do proper assessment for evaluate who that actually fit for stay, who that they're not for continue with, not like that.
Okay,
You see, but I mean bulk of the staff them get for being incorporated into local commercial
So
bank.
the one that we no get for go with local bank for obvious reason, maybe personal or due to performance, then get the benefits.
Exactly. So then they get a full package.
Okay.
You know, I totally convinced them for getting a full package because even myself, 1 or 2 meetings, then we had to get that's how they understand. So then just be rest assured, you know, everybody will work diligently. You know, that we all they pray for their systems and not go wrong. Because there are times I just look at the decision of the central bank. In the past, you know, most don't worry about certain so many institutions that we sometimes financial crisis hits. You know, when the financial crisis hits them, it turned out to be other things. More especially we sometimes the one that we for supervise them, they not see warning signs. Then left them till the thing happen. Then go to bankrupts. Bankruptcy, you see now communities in the rise. You can face them protests, you face a lot, yes. So then thing they say the government in question now can they under pressure for solve their issues then they.
So in other words, the central bank come in
Yes.
before go lead to that
So
kind
then
of
kind
situation.
yes.
Okay, so they don't see waiting get for happen in the near
Yes,
future.
they don't see the pointer say, oh,
Yeah.
the bank is not performing to expectations.
So this is not created by local commercial.
Now we've told you in fact one the thing when our primary thing we will get now for go Liberia. Now they will be one for because one thing we get where you look at the mindset. Because I mean the leadership mindset then they're not sort of pushed down to the mindset of almost all the managers, the leaders of the bank, the leadership of the bank, that we for always team up for challenge other institutions them in terms of performance. If we don't see foreign banks in the tap into the space of Sierra Leone, some man go look Sierra Leone, Sierra Leone, better not there. But think and rethink. If better not there, why other banks in the Canada? Then they carry the foreign people them. Then they survive now. Then take the profits and then remit and go to their country. So we said we want to take that venture. Since we get a fair play, then we said begin poach the lands of other jurisdictions.
That brings me to the question.
Yes, yeah.
As you rightly say, unably plan for
That be greatest
So in other
plan.
words, local commercial bank, no, they not sign at the world.
No, the only thing is we get correspondent banks.
Okay.
Let's say Frankfurt, like we say Ghana International. We get correspondent banks. So that banking run well. You get forget correspondent bank when they pass through for help for do the transactions overseas for like go seamlessly. You see, and then we get accounts and back who hold overseas.
Okay, but there is a possibility for the bank go na den continue.
Yes.
Okay, so
Even like Nigeria don't they call for you many times, but Nigeria to Sierra Leone far. So if you want to do something, finally start with a neighboring country first.
okay,
When
so
you
now
start
I
with a
take
neighboring
Liberia.
country, yes, then that time then you remember so okay, not begin go far. Because
So-
neighboring country go just jump inside quick, don't go check.
Okay, so that would be so how soon we go see local commercial bank.
Well,
now,
I just want to be honest with you.
because we say one go like
Yeah, I want to be honest with you. You know, where this thing don't come now, we don't get these directives. You know, so basically, that one they will not sort of ignore them more, but to sort of just push them aside for small, on hold. The while so they carry on with this, and all them tea and I think the way involve money.
Yeah.
You know, so apart from acquisition, if say we go venture in other country, it involve money. So that's therefore make for us to incorporate this bank now. Like how they acquire this. When we don't see back, we don't strong. We say we'll give you some time, maybe 1 or 2 years, we begin think again for push towards having our branch or bank branch in Liberia. And we just don't intend to stop in Liberia. We also have intention to move to other African countries, just as how our brothers are doing.
You know? So further, the discussion is so interesting. We don't even forget for good break, but one just go for a 2-minute break. Then we'll come go try for wrap up the program. The program at Teatime for Women's Voice Online, TV live from the Facebook page and also the TikTok account. So stay with me. I don't see una already view it, so una get for there until we come back for 2 minutes. One take a short advert for my sponsors them. So una no go at the soon that is my colleague Patricia, other viewers, then stay connected. Now we go for short commercial break.
With Brocal Commercial Bank's SimCopper app, it's fast, safe, and reliable.
Tired of standing in the queue? Do all your banking transactions with Brocal SimCopper without leaving your seat. Fast, safe, and easy.
You can download the app from App Store or Play Store.
Star 919 hash with or without internet.
You can send e-copper to any mobile number.
Send and receive money instantly.
QR codes. You can take your business digital.
Across banks and mobile money accounts in Sierra Leone. Instant payment across Africa.
So, what are you waiting for? Download the SimCopper app now.
Brocal SimCopper. Banking on the go.
The world don't go digital. Now that's make Local Commercial Bank ready for match up with the world. This now the e-banking department. We get products and services them when you use online. Listen to what my colleague they get to say.
The e-banking department responsible for all the electronic products in the bank. One, the ATM machines where you can get cash easily from. The points of sales when are some small terminal where you can do your transaction, where they do online transactions as well, where you can sit down any side now this world and do transactions. The commercial bank e-banking now the solution to all digital transactions in the country.
For work with Boku money, not at this time. So go inside any local commercial bank today and get you Copper card, your Visa Classic, and proprietary card for making transactions easy.
Gonna shop, you can use the POS and do your transaction easy.
The program at Teatime they come to you from Women's Voice Online TV as we don't discuss on some progresses of Local Commercial Bank, and of course inside the studio this morning we get with Aruna Dumbuya Way, the head of Public Relations Department at Local Commercial Bank as we don't discuss. Now let me continue the discussion. There is this video on social media where I go like follow you clarify, where the person alleged say na from Local Commercial Banking pull am and the money not flop. Go and follow clarify that particular allegation there.
Okay, thank you so much. Of course, I want for make all customers of Local Commercial Bank, including general public, understand say Local Commercial Bank day for una all. Yeah, and a day for we all. One of the things I go make mention before I continue or if I respond to that, any person or anybody will get any challenge with the bank, we encourage the person for come. Yeah, and step forward and making complaints. You can ask for the manager. We not get closed door policy, we get open door policy. You go na any of the branches, you see one for see the manager. Once the 1 or 2 person you don't meet, when you don't see the manager, you will get access for sale. Of course, we see this thing on social media. So it is a lot of alarm with people they say. But the theory I've been trying to make clearly, because I've been on the one TV station as well, or I want to make very clear safe now today that the person we post but that money there. In actual fact, not to the person can a bank can take money.
Ah.
Yes, so for me can clear first, let me understand, yeah. Now, like where somebody dey, somebody can get money, can tell and say, this money now local bank at take am. So he said because see the money get local bank wrapper, he not check who. Then this person don't go, he go for go spend this money. The way he see the money short now, he blast now for local. So now that now the whole thing so third party. So what till we notice of late, we want for use this medium because anytime we other people and they defend them ways, we serve them, encourage with clients, them customize them, or make them know what thing for do. We get a lot of professionals in the country. We include like lawyers, doctors, accountants, bankers, journalists, all even members of fourth estate, all are professionals. So some people and if they're not able to attack certain institution directly, and they pass them through professional body or professional person.
Yeah.
Especially like just say for instance now, if I get for pay you, say I go for pay 5 or 10,000, I go take money in one bank. I know you don't gonna know what I don't do. I can't say just go take them. So you believe me, and I give you, check. You want to go spend that money now. Supposing if I get bad intention for that bank, I can pass on to you on a professional because you now you get the voice. You find out so you go hit that person, they go hit the bank or hit the institution. And we hit them, the public they support. They look you and say yes, there is credibility on this person that is talking. And the person now not vets the team proper. That is the issue go there. So we don't find out in modern times now that people and they do. And they use the voices of professional unknowingly to the professional for advocates their own ill doings. So so we say they use or even talk to all professionals, let them be mindful and careful, especially the way people and they approach them in terms of cash handling, because people in plenty they get a lot of things that they can for do. So like that one this when the man person especially we like somebody they get for pay him or they go get money. This person he don't believe this person don't. He receive this money. In the end, he want go spend. So that pain day. So my they think too much again. It's okay, I'd go hit. But when you get a second thought now, you don't think and say, oh, maybe. You don't say, this person look at the second time again. When people in the looking at crime scenes, they see a lot of things. Where they get to learn from. People in the way service stage things them.
But you don't think say again the role of the cashiers then for tell customers so you need for count your money before you leave the counter.
No, that
or
day.
Because of the queue in there. So you can just say move, step aside a bit, and count your money before you come on.
I want to be honest with you, Femi. Because when you work as a bank, you have to be honest and sincere with the people.
Yeah.
Now we face things, call them by their names, then I can make things that work well. To be very honest, we get in disclaimers and they inside the bank, saying for count money. Then at the same time, we dispute the fact say some staff then we can be fraudulent as well. We have to look from a honest point because even the bank, why we get auditors, we get this, we get that. Anytime they employ staff them, particularly the one they would take newly. So they take 10. Then 10 staff here. So they don't contain themselves permanently, then they contract for us. 1 year. Then the 1 year they don't say we must pick 1 or 2. It then all type of institutions that must get bad egg. But what we do, we continue for put policies and procedures in place for ensure say we try for identify anybody on a bad egg. Bam. Because bank not get second chance. Because what we do, the work we do so now for control the finances of the country. If we serve the pump, you keep and bend no more, then it's not in a work.
So that takes me to the question of employing staff for work for bank institution, especially local commercial bank.
Yes.
What's not some of the criteria? Is it that some do background check again, say necessary?
Yes.
So what's not the employment process?
So basically, the way people can don't apply. You see, even now, if you don't take small, so we're not the employee, so we can most of the staff and so forget now contract staffing. But the contract they normally can write the bank. The bank can get for look them. If you look safe now, over the years, you see one of the challenges where people they get from university and that, they say anytime they apply for job, then they get job. They say because the job markets they ask for working experience.
Okay.
So Local Commercial Bank now one among other institutions where they provide working experience for people from university through NYSC and through internship.
Yeah.
You don't see them. So when staff think you don't pass through NYSC, you don't go. This bank come NYSC go. Sometimes among them, the one that we can perform well, bank is will call them for contracts. Because banking have to do with human behavior, how you they respond to people, how you they behave in the public, how you they conduct yourself. So they can get for beginning. So okay, let them pick 1, 2, 3. Among them, then they pick now, and then can they when they don't write now the formal application process, they get for sit exam. After exam, if they pass through again, they get for go interview. After they don't pass through the interview, they don't become successful candidate for the job. Then bank do a background check. In fact, CID we can get for send it or get a police record, police clearance for all the people in for bank they employ. Then they get for supply references, you know. So we can get for do all those checks. Then we get for supply their names and they to central bank.
Okay.
You know,
So that's good because anybody who working at bank where they don't convict some for fraud, I believe say CID get the records.
Then Bank of Salon gets black.
Bank of Salon self they get.
Yes, then gets black book.
Okay,
where they enter
so
and they follow the person.
you know they ever work in any bank
Any
institution
fine,
again.
yes,
So now Lord look at betting. That's some of the good things them. As time done the catch we. Local bank, this now the second half of the year.
Yes.
Is there any good things we the plan for customers them, especially the special packages them for women them? Because we're more concerned about women. A lot of women they want to do business but they don't get capital. Like you say, I go for loan, it's very challenging for me. So okay, when I get a loan scheme where they look at women them.
Well, basically, you know, the thing we want and in the world want na effort in society. Not so much if they help you, you say go for try for help yourself small. You know, even the people who are the system at the market ending, they can really try to make some effort. What you can encourage people them for, and let them try as best as possible for make them get accounts in a local commercial bank. If they do small business, if you're not able to get the business registration documents, because now one of the key challenges that one day for the SME unit, most business people they not get proper documentation. Most of them business not will be registered. You tell them for register business and say na small money they get, so they're not going to register business. So within that the two they see if they don't open account, if then they do them business, they find for make the open account. With their accounts then they with the see na efforts this. If this person sell say today you go pay 100 Leone, tomorrow you pay 150, the other they pay 50. Now efforts that one day. Now from them small deposits and the bank they will look and assess say this person na person get efforts. You know, from this we will able to get a loan. You know, you don't understand and through the SME scheme. Okay. And I make you see loan business now still very much critical and we can be very much careful. Because loan I ain't gonna make kind of shut down an institution, especially if you give bad loans. We get certain classes of loans that we can be very careful and mindful of. We get some that we call PEPs, politically exposed people's or person's loan. You know, we get the FEPs, financially exposed people's loan. You know, so we can take with them and basically when they give loan, we get certain things that we get for employ. You know, if you look at the lending facilities in Sierra Leone, before we credit department give loan, we get for apply that Campari. We have one principle called Campari principle. We're looking at the character of the customer, look at the ability to repay back the loan, you look at the margin, you for know what we will get from that loan day. You understand? Eh? You look at the purpose of the loan, is very much important because there are times people they can come for seek fund from bank or financial institution for illicit purpose. And you know, we get Money Laundering Act, we get Cyber Security, we get combating money laundering and financing of terrorism act. So all them things and they go for know the purpose. If not for illicit purpose, no way. You know, as one of the senior staff of the bank have mentioned in one presentation and today, say somebody can a bank he can loan for go buy kush or for cancel kush. No. We don't want that kind of loan day.
So,
you know, when they give that kind of
loan. Because right now I need more cameras. That one go take a loan now okay bank. That's like $5,000.
Well,
so what's not the criteria?
Well, now I make people always set up business. The first thing we get for local to call the inflows. You understand, eh? Because now they come to that second part of the comparison, the ability to pay. By looking at the inflow, the money they come in and out of the account, they know say this get ability for you pay. You don't see, eh? And basically, we go down safe to the Campari. We have to look at the purpose of the loan. You know, you look at the amount of the loan. You look at the insurance. You know, insurance cover all this stuff, because there will come a time we will forget fall back. If we give loan no more, we not get that to the hang on. There is no fall back if you go back for the flow. Yes.
So
you see
if
movement.
you just go your account
empty one no more, you see you want to go take loan.
Very
No, because I mean it's extremely. We will not see no source, no nothing. Not they will go rely on. Say, this I point at this way. They show say this person get the ability, or this organization, this institution get the ability for repay their loans.
Talking about accounts, one for let you educate the public on how we return the process for open accounts and open commercial.
All right, okay. The simplest one, the normal savings account, safe. You know, so basically anybody we want open account, you need to forget 2 passport pictures. Yeah.
Okay.
Then apart from the 2 passport pictures, you know, you need to forget national ID card. Yeah. In the past, we've been they use voters ID card, but now no way. National ID card. You see, because the regulators are not making very clear. One particular thing they will need for that national ID card, we are the national identification number, we are the NIN. You know, that one they critical in modern times. For we get them. All banks, you know, mandate all banks now forget them. So once we get the NIN and from the national ID card, we'll use that one day for open account. The third thing we can ask for after 2 passport picture, the national ID, we ask for utility bill. Yeah, something where they show you name and your address correspondence. So one of the greatest one would use now the light bill. You know, so for help, even the customers themselves, they like you know get the one in dinner paper or get the meter number. They go generate or pull them from the system, then open the account for the person. But then for normal savings account. So it come to other classes of accounts in the say like current account or foreign account. You get slight difference. You know, you get forget then all them 3 things I mentioned first. When it comes to current account, I get for add there now like names and address of 2 referees. People already act as referees. Somebody self will be open current account before you serve as referee. You know, and then the person need forget like a 100 leons for savings. If not current account 250 leons, they start the account opening. Whilst if not dollar now, you can start with $500. You know, as the case may be. But dollar now, instead of forget 2 referees in addition to 2 passport picture, utility bill, you know, like that, and the national ID card. Yeah, and the dollar account is attractive to interest. Normal savings account is attractive to interest. Only current account number not they pay interest to. Now they can pay dollar accounts now if you go up to $100,000 instead of attracted to 1% interest. You know, so these are all just the fine criteria because we want people for save. You know, so that makes savings account to the game interest.
Okay, thank you very much. So how about quickly can take some messages on our Facebook page. So Isima they say this man is the brain behind this bank, and Davida Sita they say I think they reply to Sori in your message. They say sure you can say that again. And Dora Macaulay say excellent presentation. Martin, your first name and no one can call other name. So let's just call your last name Martin. Say Worker Commercial Bank is a customer-centric bank, and this is the evidence to its products and services. Free card that targets customers and non-customers, a mobile app, and that is a Tubilizer and various branded accounts to create customer relevance. Worker Commercial Bank is indeed the bank of choice. And of course, they carry on for say PRO, your detailed analysis of the progress and development of the bank over the years is reflective of the visionary style of leadership, strong management, and well-equipped staff. So for time,
yeah, I think Ekudayo, don't tell me Ekudayo.
Yes.
So more with Ekudayo. One last one is say RCbank is a custom. I think you don't read that, right?
Yes, I don't read
it's
the
a
email.
PRO. Okay, Ekudayo, Davida, Hassan, Cole, they all the watch, and also Dora Dora Macaulay,
Yes.
David Sita, and a host lot of other one. Then they really watch. So we Samai also Mohammed B Kamara. They all former the program starts, then they intact. That tells you say okay, commercial bank, they really they work as a team. And one for say plenty thank you. You will get any final thing, maybe convincing message. If somebody there among the viewers, them one for go commercial bank, what's in the convincing message?
Yes, my final message on behalf of the management of the bank, you know, not that local commercial bank, na bank for we all, and indigenous bank, a day, na loan for stay. So I'm for use this opportunity on behalf of management for encourage anybody we not get accounts in a local commercial bank, or make it knock into the doorsteps of local commercial bank, any of our branches, make it be part and parcel of local commercial bank. We dey for solving our problems, then we're ready for provide banking for now. We're ready for make banking easy and transparent as well as seamless for now. So anybody can knock into the doorsteps, ask questions. Yeah, local commercial bank dey for we all. Then above all, I want to say special thank you again. I want to say special thanks to the the whole team here, the Women's Voice Online TV, the management as well, for giving this great opportunity for the today and talk about the bank, the strides, the progress, and all that things necessary for our ask we. So basically, we get several branches. We get over 20 branches now. Yeah, we get several outlets as well. You see, so if you look at we head office branch, who they consider we Freetown Second Steven Street branch 01. We get Clock Tower 2. We get Bo, because we so number. Then we get Kenema. We get Wellington. Then we get to head office. So, we get Wilberforce Street branch. We get Koidu. From there again, we get Moyamba. We get Pujonwena branch 10. We get Congo Cross. We get Makini. You see, we get Kailahun. We get Wilkinson. We get Juba. We get Wilberforce Barrick. You don't see him? Then you see, we get Kleintown. We get SLRSC. We get Waterloo. You see him? Then I say we get Makini. We get Kabbalah. These are all branches that we do for South. Yes. Then we get outlets and safe as well. We get Fuabe College. You see, we get UNDP. You see, we get Bond Island. We get branch inside Bond Island. So all this, what make they do this? We want to see how best we can cover Sierra Leone. You see, so now make they take on a gradual process. If you look now inside the past 12 months, you see open Kleintown, open Waterloo, open Cambia. We just pray for let we continue for be strong and robust. Financial systems continue to be strong so that we will open more branches, because this day in line again with this one is in line with this SDG 8. You see, decent work and economic growth. Because the more branches successful open, at the time now we will get more Sierra Leoneans for be employed. You see, and by the time we employ more Sierra Leoneans, we don't save lives. You see, so now make we get for continue for tell una thank you. We want to give you this opportunity as well.
Thank you very much. Inimna Auna Dumbuya, the head of Public Relations Department from the local commercial bank. Today we'll be talk about the progress and development where the bank undertake recently, and also the transition of Union Trust Bank to local commercial bank. We all don't know all the clarifications. They don't tell we why the UTB transit to local bank. So not all local bank they make, it's the decision from the central bank. So we all know where you go into bankruptcy, what you go lead to. So local commercial bank come in as a savior, like a heartly savior, because the godly aspect of the way that God way supreme and they supersede we also. Plenty thank you for take your time today. Well, lastly, before we go, I tell you said this is July, so every day we get new style. So we want to end with a quotation with different quotations they will get in the studio. This one they say, when women stand together, change is inevitable. Indeed, change inevitable when we come together. So as women, when we come together, support each other, give you company woman the support what you need. If you see on the struggle, give and helping hand, rather than you pull and down, talk more time, or look and in a way, so we're not in the same class. Woman, they will not for the civil self soon. So that brings us to the end of today's program of Tea Time. Join us tomorrow for the final edition of the Tea Time show. Me will bring the program Cantona. My name is Femi Koka alongside me.
And me, Patricia Cabria.